Hello friends, welcome to the module number 3 of molecular symmetry. At last module, we have seen total rotational axis present in molecule. Out of that, the one becomes principal axis and the remaining becomes the subsidiary axis. We have seen the examples like water molecule, BF3 molecule and PTCl4 square planar molecule. And I have told you to find out the rotational axis, the principal axis and subsidiary axis in diborane molecule, that is B2H6. I have told you 3 rules by which we determine the principal axis. The first one was molecule having highest fold of rotation. According to first rule, the line having highest fold of rotation becomes the principal axis. Second rule is that a line that contains more number of atoms becomes the principal axis. And according to third rule, the line which contains higher atoms, that is atoms having higher atomic number, becomes the principal axis. To verify first rule, we have taken the example of PTCl4. In PTCl4, we have got one C4 axis and we have got 4 C2 axes. So among 1 C4 and 4 C2 axes, we have chosen C4 as the principal axis. Why? Because it is having the highest fold of rotation. Others are C2 axis. Hence, the 4C2 becomes subsidiary axis in PTCl4. To verify second rule, that is a line passing through more number of atoms becomes the principal axis. To verify this rule, we have taken the example of C2H4, that is ethene. In ethene, we have got 2 rotational axes. Both the rotational axes were C2s, but one rotational axis was passing only through double bonds and another C2 rotational axis was passing through 2 carbon atoms. Hence, we have chosen the line that is passing through 2 carbon atom as the principal axis. And now, we have here the diboron molecule. Here, how many rotational axes we can find out total? If you try to rotate the molecule, you will see here 2 rotational axes. The first rotational axis, if you are passing through 2 hydrogen atoms like this is the imaginary line called as rotational axis. If you are passing the rotational axis like this, the molecule will be rotated like this. In what angle? 180 degree. So, this rotational axis is called as C2 axis because the angle of rotation is 180. So, the axis becomes C2. This boron will get reflected over this boron. This hydrogen will get reflected over this. This hydrogen will get reflected over this. Means after rotating the molecule along this line, the molecule will get converted like this. Means after all, you are getting the same image. So we can say that C2 axis can be passed from here. Another way, we can rotate the molecule by passing an imaginary line from this to boron. If we pass the rotational axis like this, then along this also the molecule will be rotated. This hydrogen, all these 3 hydrogens will get overlapped with these 3 hydrogens. Means after rotation also we are getting the same image, that is we can pass the line, imaginary line, that is rotational axis from here, which will rotate the molecule in this way. Again, what is the angle of rotation? Again 180. So here also the rotational axis is C2. Now according to second rule, what is our second rule of determining principal axis? The line, if it has same fold of rotation, then the line that contains more number of atoms becomes the rotational axis. Now according to second rule, we cannot determine here the principal axis because this line is also passing through 2 boron atoms and this line is also passing through 2 number of atoms. So on both the line the number of atoms are same, that is 2, 2. Hence here we need the help of third rule, that is the line containing higher atom becomes the principal axis. Now we all know very well, rather than hydrogen, boron is the atom having higher atomic number. So this C2 becomes the principal axis and this C2 will become the subsidiary axis. Is that clear? I hope now you got the difference between principal axis and subsidiary axis very well, and you are able now to find out which is the principal axis and what are the other subsidiary axis. For more practice, we will take few more examples. Come to the another example, another molecule, that is ammonia. What's the geometry of ammonia? We all know it is pyramidal, trigonal pyramidal. The molecules that we have seen till now, they are two-dimensional molecules like water. BF3 is a planar molecule, that is two-dimensional. PTCl4 was planar molecule, that is two-dimensional. But ammonia is three-dimensional molecule, that is having the trigonal pyramidal structure. In order to now we have to find out the rotational axis or principal axis, or if subsidiary axis any other, if it is having, we have to find out that. In order to explain the rotations present in ammonia, we will be using this stick model. In order to explain, I have tried to make this model. This is the red you have to consider as the nitrogen atom present at the center, and these are the 3 hydrogen atoms present at the base of a pyramid. Depending upon the knowledge or concept that you have got till now about symmetry or rotations of molecule, try to find out the rotational axis that is present in this. How can you pass it? As it is the trigonal pyramidal molecule, we can pass the rotational axis which is penetrating through this nitrogen atom, like this. You have to imagine that this is the rotational axis, it is penetrating through this nitrogen, and then around, once you pass this rotational line, then along this line you have to rotate the molecule. Suppose it is H1, H2 and H3. After first rotation, what will happen? The H1 will be at the place of H2, H2 will be at the place of H3, and H3 will be at the place of H1 after first rotation. See, I have passed the rotational axis. This is the first rotation. Now I can't rotate my hand as much, but you can imagine after first rotation you will get the image like this. After second rotation, this, and after third rotation you will get the image like this. The image is forming the triangle at the base. We have already defined the geometry, it is trigonal and pyramidal. So what is the angle obtained at the base of a triangle? It is 120, means by what degree the rotation is taking place? 120. Or how many times we have rotated the molecule to get the original image? 3 times. Hence the rotational axis you get is C3. You will get C3 by calculating the formula n is equal to 2 pi upon theta. If you put the value of theta 120 here, you will get 3. The value of N3 means the rotational axis is C3. Or another way you can get the fold of rotation by knowing that how many times you are rotating the molecule to get the original image. Suppose it is H1, H2, H3. I am holding continuously to the H1 while rotating. Initially it is at this place. After first rotation, H1 will be at here. After second rotation, H1 will be at here, and after third rotation, this H1 will be at its original place. I am holding continuously only H1, and to get the original position by H1, how many times you have rotated? 3 times. See, 1, sorry, it is original position, 1, 2 and 3. Hence, the fold of rotation is C3 for ammonia. Is there any another way that by which we can rotate the molecule? If you will see, or if you will observe neatly, you will not get any of the rotational axis present in ammonia. So whatever this axis that we have obtained will become the principal axis. This is ammonia molecule. This is the principal axis or rotational axis that we are passing, penetrating through nitrogen, having threefold rotation, that is C3. This rotational axis is nothing but the principal axis in ammonia. Why? Because it contains the one and only rotational axis, that is C3. Hence, it is called as the principal axis for ammonia. Similarly, for similarly for methane, what is the structure of methane? It is tetrahedral. Means you need to add just one more bond for fourth hydrogen. Can you see? You can add just fourth hydrogen atom to this pyramidal structure. It becomes the tetrahedral. In this way also, how you will pass the rotational axis? Just like ammonia, but now the rotational axis, as it is unable to see over the white background, I will be using the another background. See, now it is methane molecule. In this methane molecule, you will pass the principal axis same as you have passed in ammonia, but now it will pass through carbon as well as this hydrogen, and in the same way C3 manner you can rotate the molecule. You can get the rotational axis in methane only by making the model of methane by using model box. Now for practice, I will give you some molecules in which I have already mentioned what are the rotational axis or what are the principal axis present. See, whatever list I have given, C2, C3, C4, C6, they all are the principal axis present in respective molecules. For example, C4 is the principal axis in PTCl4. C6 is the principal axis for C6H6, that is benzene. So try to, by operating this molecule, try to find out the rotational or principal axis in this molecule. I have given you the answer already, that C2 is present in water, C3 is present in ammonia, PCl5, FeCO5, C4 is present in PTCl4, SF6, XeF6, C5 is present in FeC5H5. It is ferrocene. You all might be knowing FeC5H5 twice is the ferrocene. In order to find out the C5 rotational axis, in this you will need to draw the correct structure of FeC5H5. Similarly, if you know the correct structure or geometry of IF7 or SF6, XeF6, then only you can find out their rotational axis. I hope you people are at TY level, so you can easily draw the geometries of all these molecules, and after drawing correct geometry, try to find out this principal axis present in this molecule. And remember, these are only the principal axis. Apart from this, such molecules, they also contain subsidiary axis also. So you can practice finding out the other subsidiary axis also in this molecule. With this, we complete the first symmetry element that we have started with, that is CN, rotational axis. Now we will move to the next rotational axis. Now we will move to the next symmetry element, that is sigma, called as mirror plane. So for today's day, you try finding out the rotational axis in the molecules that I have given you right now. In the next module, we will learn about the next symmetry element, that is mirror plane. Thank you.